Drunkards and vagabonds roam around the hippodrome. The belly of this giant beast is like a labyrinth. If you go into it, you will get lost among the countless passages. Large stables, lairs where animals of all sorts used in performances are kept enclosed. All sorts of weirdo in the city are gathered here. Bear keepers, animal trainers, those who officially place bets in makeshift offices made from barns, food vendors, dancers entertaining the crowd during race breaks, theater actors, male and female prostitutes, fortune tellers, charlatans selling syrups claiming to enhance sexual potency, swindlers trying to enhance their credibility with fancy clothes, and of course, pickpockets. Children receive a thorough thrashing from their mothers, who discover that they have come to this place where all sorts of riffraff swarm. Blues and greens shave the top of their heads like the Huns, whom they call barbarians. Their shirts are white close to the shoulders and taper to the wrist, and thus make them look more crowded than they are, more imposing than they are, more impressive than they are when they wave their arms in tens of thousands in the stands. With their beards, drooping mustache and ponytail hair, they try to have a frightening appearance. They don't wear tunics, they wear weird things they call pants. When the darkness of night descends upon the city, hefty gang members of blues lurk in a corner of a dark alley and kill the first person who entered that street with a single dagger blow, solely on a bet that they have made with their friends to prove their mastery to the other members of the gang. In this city, everyone knows which famous racer raced with which horses in which year and who lost in which race and why. The sole reason for their loss in the races last week was, undoubtedly, the foolish horsekeeper of the blues who forgot to attach the talisman that should be attached to the back of Pegasus' ear, who actually should have run like the wind. What is the point of getting our last story into a new race before he is totally recovered from his last injury, for God's sake? Asterius, who is supposed to be the leader of the Greens, doesn't this fool know that one of the Greens' new horsekeeper's wife is the sister of a blue money changer in Bukeleon? Which idiot's idea was it to run Perses, who carries Spanish blood from the mother's side, on the far left of the four, although he is known to be startled when turning around the spina? I think one would better explain to that slow-witted barnkeeper of the blues that he should also take into account the height of the horse's hooves. Hours before the races begin, thousands of people start filling the stands, singing songs, chanting about how inferior the people in the opposite stands are. Those who can't afford to participate in the official bets played in the dark corridors underneath the racecourse join the smaller scale bets held on the stands. Heated debates are carried out on which famous horse is now aging. Fortune tellers mingle among the crowd, trying to fob off the fools with talismans, claiming that this will ensure the victory of the desired team. Sometimes a fortune teller who claimed to know the winning horse and made good profits from his customers, but completely failed in the previous week's races, gets beaten up. The money put in for bets on chariot races at the hippodrome is far greater than what was formerly made on bets on which gladiator's dead body would be removed from the necrogate. The blues sit to the right of the Katisma, the greens to the left. The nobles put their baths in the part made of marble, and of course, soft cushions on it. As soon as the peddlers selling their sesame and honey cakes to those who fill the stands hear the sound of bugles announcing that the emperor is about to show up, they come down from Kerkides, and soon the bugles start to play loudly. The doors open and the horses, adorned with green and blue ribbons, leap out from their places. The sound of hooves mixed with the deafening shouts, cheers, and applause. The roar of 60,000 people can be heard even in the outskirts, where the old, cheap, wooden houses of the poor are lined up in the distance. On a race day, the fronts of the entrance gates of the hippodrome are filled with Ostrogoth veterans who lost an arm, a leg, or his eyes in battle. Or boys and girls mutilated by their family so that they can bring home money, begging with a crown of flower branches on their heads. For some churls, this view is an opportunity for a pre-game fun. Some spit on them from above, others want the beggar to dance like a bear to earn the coin he expects from them. Those who want to find out why the Blues in Antioch have been losing race after race recently, or what the Monophysite heretics in Alexandria have been up to, cock an ear at the tales told by the street girls, beggars, and Hebdomon village smugglers, known as the first whisperers who got the news from distant lands. The news of the military defeats suffered in distant lands spread through the young girls, thrown into bed by soldiers, who sing like a canary after emptying 2 bottles of red wine at the tavern. And at the end of each play, every lower-class actress who was told by her poor father to a pimp in exchange for a few goats or calves, just so that one of the stomachs to be fed at home would be less, fantasizes that her rich lover, who will make her live in one of those small villas on the green hills overlooking the Propontis, awaits her at the exit of the theater.